Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putra Farizia Azim bin Azman and I'm from J4EM1104H Group 5. And today, me and my team will present about the manufacturing process and technology of Teapot Set. This is my group member. First of all, what is the most suitable manufacturing process to fabricate a teapot set? Okay, the answer is ceramic process. What is ceramic process? Ceramic process is used to produce commercial products that vary diverse in size, shape, detail, complexity, and material composition, structure, and cost. The purpose of ceramic process is to apply science in a natural result of an increasing ability to refine, develop, and characterize ceramic material. Ceramics are typically produced by application of heat upon processed clay and other natural raw materials to form a rigid products. Ceramics products that use naturally occurring rocks and minerals as an starting materials that must undergo a special processing in order to control purity, particle size distribution, and the heterogeneity. These attributes play a big role in the final properties of finished ceramics. Chemically prepared powders are also used as a starting materials for some ceramic products. These synthetic materials can be controlled to produce powders with precise chemical compositions and particle size. The next steps is to form a ceramic particles into desired shape. This is accomplished by addition of water or additive such as binders, followed by a shape forming process. Some of the most common forming method for ceramics include extrusion, slip casting, pressing, tape casting, and injection molding. After the sintering, to produce rigid finished product. Some ceramic products such as electrical insulators, dinnerwares, and tiles may then undergo a glazing process. Some ceramics for advanced applications may undergo a machining and polishing step in order to meet specific engineering design criteria. For example, like teapots.
Making a cup of tea is something most people are very familiar with, so it's strange that most of us know little about the teapots of cups we use. So I am Sofia Anas binti Sharudin want to continue about the process flow on how to produce this teapot. First flow is about raw materials and tools. So first, raw materials is clay, which is stoneware clay, stoneware glass, wax resist, potter's wheel, wooden and rubber ribs, carving tools, needle tool, knife, kiln, pen brushes, paper, pencil, black marker, sponge, water, slab roller, slip and texturing tool, and also container for glass. So this is the process flow for the teapot. First step is sketch a teapot shape on paper to serve as a guide. Second step is weight 3 to 4 pounds of clay and wedge it well to remove all the air pockets. Step number 3 is throw the ball of clay on the wheel and form the desired teapot shape. Squeeze the sides and push it up and down until the clay is centered. Open up the clay by pushing down on top with your thumbs, then shape the teapot with your hands. 4. Throw a spout that will be attached later. Form 1 pound of clay into a slender cylindrical piece. 5. Let the teapot and spout set for a day to dry. 6. Flip the teapot over and draw a line all the way around it about 3/8 per inch from the top. This is where you will cut the lid in step 10. This illustration video shows that the process of slip casting, flittering, and also sponge. For step number 7, which is pinch the pot to give it an arch appearance. Push up from the inside to give it a voluptuous body. Let dry for 24 hours. Number 8 is carve away excess clay and use rubber ribs to smooth the shape of the teapot. Roll out a slab of clay and attach it to the bottom of the teapot. Step number 10 is cut out the lid. Make sure you be careful while you cut. Then make a flange by pinching a coil of clay around the underside of the lid that will fit inside the teapot to keep the lid in place. Step number 11, which is to position the spout and attach it to the pot. 12. Pull a handle from a ball of clay. Pull 2 pounds of clay up and down with your hands until you have the desired handle shape, and attach it so that it resembles an arm resting on a hip. Step number 13 is attach a piece of clay to the lid and cover it with a wooden rib to make ridges in the top for lifting of the lid. 14. Let the teapot dry slowly for a week and the bisque fire it in the kiln to 1945 degrees Fahrenheit. 15. After the teapot is cool, apply wax resist to the bottom. Glaze it by holding it with tongs and dipping it in a large container of glass. Using a brush and a glass of a different color, add a design to the sides of the teapot. Let it dry for 24 hours. Last step is 16. Fire the teapot again to 2185 degrees Fahrenheit and let cool and remove from kiln. So this video illustration shows that the process of decorations and also glazing the process of ceramic teapot.
Hi, my name is Nur and Humaira. So today I'm going to explain about the advantages and disadvantages of ceramic processing. Firstly, its complex shapes can be produced. This is because the teapot set can be made with shapes or sizes that could not be possibly done by others' process. Secondly is good finishing products. This is because this process is very suitable for any ceramic or porcelain materials. Thirdly is no expensive equipment required to make the teapot set. Let's proceed with the disadvantages of the ceramic processing. Firstly is low impact strength, especially when the process to shape the ceramic is by using slick casting. Secondly is low production rate. And lastly is easily damaged during the process. That is because the molds that are used have a low toughness so they can fracture easily while in processing.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Shafia binti Muhammad Razali. So for the last slide, I'm going to present about the 3 possible defects that we're going to happen during this ceramic processing. First defect that could be happen during this fabrication based on the ceramic processing is clay shrinkage. This can be happen during we do a drying process in making a teapot process because of we drying the teapot for too fast while the clay in the teapot mold. Each of the clay bodies shrink at a different rate, which can be a little as 4% or as much as 15%. That is why we need to make sure what are the suitable rate for the teapot to shrink to make a perfect shape of the teapot. For the second defect in the ceramic processing is cracking. Cracking is a thin and long random physical defect that could be happen on the body of the teapot. Cracking can be happen when we does not control the temperature and the humidity of the dryer until the pieces is completely dry and can be proceed to the next processing that we call as firing. To make sure that the finishing product, the teapot, are in a good condition, we need to control the temperature and humidity to make sure that the shape of the teapot lasts longer until the firing process. For the third defect is pinhole. This defect can be happen because of the dissolution of the hydrogen gases in the molten clay. When the molten clay is poured into the mold cavity of the teapot and it starts to solidify, the solubility of the hydrogen gas decrease and it starts escaping out the molten clay and leave a small hole that we call as a pinhole. To make sure that this defect are not happen on the teapot, we need to make sure that we pour the clay, the molten clay, slowly into the mold of the teapot.